Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am the Sipping Tea, and today I have a news and updates video for you starting this week, June the 6th, 2023. Briefly however, before I get into that, I just wish to issue a huge thanks to my patrons, NB Hollywood, Lucifer, and Malfunction 501. Thank you all ever so much for your continued support. If you would also like to become a Patreon, then please do find the link down below in the description. So, without any further delay, let's get into it. So of course this week in the news there has been a huge addition to the game with a brand new season, along with various update notes and other bits and bobs as well, like a keycard refresh on top of all of that. So what I will do is start with the update notes, really just to give them the briefest of nods, purely because there is an awful lot of information right here and I won't be able to go through all of it here in this news video. So of course, as is now tradition, there will be a link down in the description below where you can click on that and take a close look at all of the update notes. But just really to give you a real quick brief of that, there are now medals in Cold War, a relatively limited amount of them, but at least it is a new addition to that, something that a lot of people, including myself, have really been looking forward to. So that is the start of some good things to come, I think. From there we have a new map returning to us, at least new since 6.0. Svorogorsk is a winter map which is available to World War II from tiers 3 all the way through to 10, and Cold War of all eras. It's quite a large map of 1000 by 1000. It's, well, yes, a winter sort of plains map with hills and sort of rivers and whatnot as well, so quite an interesting one to see. From there they have various matchmaking improvements, so you'll be able to get a more sort of diverse amount of maps that make an appearance. Various new cosmetics available, so new cosmetic options. It's revolving around camouflage for the Italian and French tanks. So again, down in the description you will see the link to this particular article and you'll be able to see all of those listed there for you in detail, along with new inscriptions for the phonetic alphabet. So Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, etc. all the way through until Zulu. You'll be able to buy those if you wish to have those on your tank. New player improvements have also been introduced to the game, so this really is just more to allow new players to keep track of what's going on. They'll also have a wider variety of new or different tanks to play right from the get-go in Cold War. So the M50, for instance, will now be one of the 0 silver cost tanks that they will be able to get alongside the Centurion Mark II. From there we have improvements to low and mid-level tanks in World War II. This is a HP buff. There's probably about 150 tanks here, I would guess, so of course I'm not going to list them all and the buff they get. Again, you can find the link down in the description and you'll be able to see for yourself what's going on there. From there there's other very small tweaks and improvements. Things like floating rocks have been addressed, so they're no longer floating, and indeed other rocks have been added to the game to prevent players from getting stuck or otherwise accessing parts of the map where they shouldn't do. There's a few of those different sort of changes, so I will once again refer you to the link down in the description to see that, alongside focusing on Cold War just here primarily, though there are some changes for World War II, but there's an awful lot of changes to the cost of components on your tanks, or the upgrades to your tanks in Cold War. Unfortunately, it's headed in the wrong direction. They now cost significantly more. So for example, I'm looking at the FV-107 Scimitar, for instance. The V2 gun has gone from 33,500 purchase price for the upgrade to 2 million, so a significant difference there. So unfortunately a bit of bad news, but it is more in line with everything else, I suppose. So yeah, if you managed to take advantage of those low prices, then congratulations, and if you didn't, well, commiserations, I suppose. From there, let's move straight on to the actual season itself. Now, once again, because of course this is enormously detailed, I'm just going to show a tiny little sort of roadmap, if you will, of the season where you can see the basics of what you can get. But otherwise, it's business as usual, where you get a free season pass where you get relatively limited rewards, the 2,000 gold season pass where you get everything actually on that season pass tracker available to you, and then the 6,000 gold season pass where of course you get everything on the tracker available to you, alongside 25 automatically completed levels, alongside a brand new tank which is the American tier 10 T58 heavy tank, and a new 3D hero commander, Leonard Lucky Hill. There are of course a few other additions with this new season, so there's lots of emblems and medals and whatnot available, and naturally of course once you've completed the season you will then be able to get the additional bonuses to vehicle XP, commander XP and silver once you've completed up to 24 additional levels beyond the completion of the season. From there we have War Hero Starter Pack. Now this is found in the DLC section in the store, or otherwise you can search for it either in the Microsoft Store or the PlayStation Store. This is a completely free season pack, starter pack as it says, which consists of 3 days of premium account time and 5 lots of ×2 silver boosters, ×3 vehicle XP boosters and ×4 commander XP boosters, so 15 boosters in total. If you already own the tanks that are in the season pass, the ones that are already sort of in the game anyway, you will get of course the silver reimbursement. So the tier 8 Guardian STG medium tank, you'll get 4,976,000 silver. The French tier 6 Brittany Panther medium tank will give you 1,460,000 silver, and finally the American tier 8 M46 Patton KR medium tank will give you 3,480,000 silver if you already own it. We also have a Cold War tank that is part of this season pass. So this is a Era 1 medium tank for the Eastern Alliance. It is the M636 Condor. Once again, the link down in the description will give you a full overview of the entire season pass, so you'll be able to get a bit more information on this without me making this a 5-hour long video. That I think will wrap up the information that I'll give on the new season. So moving straight along from there, we have a brand new contract for the Needle. This is with us from today the 6th of June through until the 20th of June. From there we have challenges and events. So we start with Bully, which basically means that all you have to do is place in the top 3 damage dealers on your team and you will be rewarded with 1,000 vehicle experience. This is available in World War II for tiers 3 to 10, all eras in Cold War, multiplayer and co-op, and available 3 times per day. Moving on from there, we have D-Day Challenge and Sales with us from today the 6th of June through until the 20th of June. The long and short of it is that it's a points-based challenge with 6 different stages. Upon completing all of the stages through to 6, where you would have earned a total of 350 points, you will then be able to choose one of 3 different premium tanks. They are the French Tier 7 HMH AMX 1357 light tank with the Black Skull emblem, the British Tier 7 Jackal M4A4 FL10 medium tank, and finally the American Tier 7 T26E3 Eagle 7 medium tank. Either one of those will be available. The way that you earn points is quite simple really. You need to earn 1,000 or more XP in any number of battles, that will give you 1 point, and if you destroy 1 German vehicle in a battle, that will also give you 1 point. However, that is available only to American, French and British vehicles. From there we have D-Day Sales. So I'm going to include a little graphic on the screen for you just here, where you can see the 5 different sales that are going on, that are representing sort of the D-Day event, if you will. So yes, if you want some World War II vehicles, then now is your chance to get them at a 50% saving. From there we have modern tank bundles. So of course this is focusing on Cold War, 3 different bundles just here. You can see the little graphic on the screen which gives you these 3 different bundles, all of which are at a 40% saving. From there we have special sales, so the June Tank of the Month DLC, starting from today the 6th of June through until the 4th of July. We have the British Tier 7 FV201 A45 Heavy Tank, 850 gold, 3 days of premium account time and 10 lots of 1.5 times silver boosters, all available for $9.99 American, or of course your native currency equivalent. From there we have a new skin for the M4A3E8 Sherman, so that will be down in the description as well, in that link to this article, so you'll be able to see what that looks like. From there we have weekly sales, so a couple of weekly sales for you here from today until the 13th of June. We have 20 lots of ×3 vehicle XP boosters for 840 gold, and then we have the British Tier 8 Chimera medium tank available for 4,400 gold. From there we move on to super savings, formerly known as personal offers. Of course you know the score here. Once you've earned 8,000, 20,000 or 40,000 XP respectively in any number of games, you will unlock a 50% discount on the following tanks respectively. So we start with the Soviet Tier 3 M3 light tank, followed by the British Tier 6 Sherman VC Firefly medium tank, and finally we have the Cold War V4201-T95E1 post-war Western Alliance tank, also available in those personal offers. From there we move on to contract reminders, just 3 contracts to remind you of this week. That is for the Machine, which ends on the 3rd of July, the VK75.01K, which ends on the 1st of August, and finally the Hard Case, which ends on the 28th of August. Of course, all of those you'll have an additional week where you can buy out the remainder of the contract stages using your gold if you've otherwise not been able to earn it for free. That does bring an end to this week's installation of the news. Thank you very much for sticking with me. It's of course a much longer video this time around due to the plethora of additions to the game, what with it being a new season, and various update notes as well. Once again, do check out the links down in the description so you can get a more detailed view of the update notes and indeed the season. And indeed, if you would like to become a patron, please do find the link down below in the description. You of course get your name called out in my videos with thanks, and if you can help, even if it's just the cost of a cup of coffee a month really, so about $5, that really does go a very, very long way to helping me out with this very time consuming and costly little hobby of mine. So I once again want to thank you all ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.